Hello, everyone. My name is Makeda Valletta, also known as the Body Scientist. Um, and I am coming to you here from Havana, Cuba. Um, there are many different things that I've been seeing since I've been here. I've had a great interest in Cuba because of my love for Afro-Cuban dance and culture, but also the food here, the food system, which I talked about in my other YouTube video, which is local food versus organic. Um, but also, it's very interesting because the kids are always playing, like playing physical games. I've actually been seeing a lot of soccer playing, which I never knew soccer was even so popular in Cuba. I thought all they cared about was baseball. But all of the kids are playing around like kids used to do when I was a kid. Now, because of video games and technology and iPhones, you don't see kids play anymore. Um, I don't see fat kids here. I don't see tired, lazy kids here, and I don't see bad kids. I haven't seen anybody yelling at their kids because they're acting up, or I haven't seen any kids acting up. Um, also, the elderly are very active. I see elderly people just as much as I see young people walking around and moving around. The only place I really see that in the United States is in New York. In New York, we do see a lot of elderly people moving around, but it's very rare in most of the country. People are always in their cars. Um, People here walk a lot. People have motorcycles, people have cars. Some people, you see a lot of people pushing wheelbarrows. Sometimes you see people on horses, but there's constant foot traffic, constant foot traffic. I don't see obesity here. I might see a few chubby middle-aged women. It's not even the elderly. The old women aren't chubby or overweight, but some of the women who might look like they're like 40s, 50s are a little chubby, but not obese. Um, and so, it's like it's hard for people here to get the internet, um, but they're super intelligent. And I feel like the internet has kind of dumbed people down. However, the culture is so strong here, and the way of being is so strong here, that I don't think that more internet access would dumb them down. Um, but for so long, I'm always thinking like, what did we do before GPS? And I mean, I was driving around before GPS. What did we do before we had GPS in our phones? What did we do before we had cell phones? And it's like, you have to be a lot more conscious of your time and your commitments. And we functioned. It's hard to believe it now. So it's been a great lesson. And also, everybody is so happy. I don't see anybody arguing. Nobody seems mad. I don't see anybody crying. No fights. It's very peaceful. Um, but that physical activity, like right now, I see these kids skating on rollerblades. I see kids on uh, um, skateboards, and just running around playing, period, outside. That's healthy, okay? Um, the fact that, when I was growing up, we had an hour for recess every day. And now in most schools in the United States, there is no recess. Kids might get 25 minutes for lunch and whatever, but there's no recess. We had an hour. Also, growing up in New York City, we used to travel to and from school on our own. I mean, in elementary, I took a school bus, but junior high school, I went to school with my twin brother. We went to school without our parents, and that teaches independence. I see that a lot here. Kids go to school by themselves. They walk to school by themselves. They get on the bus or whatever they have to do by themselves. Unless they're little babies. And in the suburbs in the U.S., these kids are too sheltered. I see parents bringing their kids to school in junior high and picking them up in junior high, and then they live in the suburbs, so they can never walk to the store by themselves or be independent at all. And when I went to college, I noticed that breeds really naive, underprepared children or adults. When they go to college, they make really bad decisions, and it's not good. So here, I see that independence with children. I see well-behaved kids, healthy adults, happy people, and very active people. It's hard to be, to me, too stressed here when the music is so beautiful, the weather is beautiful, the walking around is beautiful. Um, People may not have a lot, but what looks like to me is they have enough to be healthy and happy. And change. A lot of places can stand for some change, but changing with less physical activity for the elderly and less physical activity for the youth is just bad business. We are supposed to be, our bodies are meant to do so much every day. And our bodies are meant to get outside air and sun on our skin. This is important. So I'm going to end this video with this. And just saying, if you have kids, then you should be very conscious of having them be very physically active daily. And if you are an aging person, the same thing. Walking 3 blocks a day is not a big deal. You see elderly here walking with bags, just like you do in New York. Okay? Walking up hills and stuff. That's what our bodies are meant to do, so that we age gracefully. Hope you all found this helpful. And if you enjoyed this video, please follow me, The Body Scientist 81. Thank you. Bye.